Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Woody, and today I am here with the lovely Shania. Now we're going to do something different. We're actually going to be doing a Q&A. People have actually, let me move the mic so it's in between us. People have actually been requesting me do a Q&A for a long time. And on stream I said, right, give me some questions of what I can do. Give me some questions and I'll try and answer them in the Q&A. I have 25 questions. Because there's a lot, I won't spend too much time on each question. I'll just try and get through each one. Most of the questions are going to be aimed towards me, but obviously there's some here for Shania that I can ask her, because there's a couple of questions like about CSGO, GTA, but this is also like real life sort of questions, so like music brands, cars, that sort of shit, which obviously Shania can answer well. And obviously the big question, how did me and Shania meet, which I'll answer at the end. So we're going to get to the first question. How did I get my Twitch name? Well, believe it or not, I mean, my name is Ben Wood, as you guys know, so that's where Woody came from, because it used to be my nickname in primary school. And it's not from Toy Story, which is what everyone thinks, because everyone always comes into my stream and says, oh, hey Woody, where's Buzz? It's like, yeah, as if I haven't heard that fucking joke before. I used to get that everywhere I go, so, but anyway, and the numbers are a specific set of numbers at the end of my name. It's not just random numbers, that, like, because obviously if you type in a username, it gives you suggestions of, like, numbers after your name. It's not anything like that. It's like, I used to have a Club Penguin account called Canary72110, because it was a lime green. I used to either be lime green or yellow, so I look like a fucking canary. I mean, like, you don't see many lime green canaries, but you see yellow ones, and because I keep canaries anyway, it made sense. So I didn't know what to call myself. So it was Club Penguin. I typed in canary, and then it gave you the numbers selection. So I went through a load of them, and it said 72110. So I was like, okay, because it goes down in order, like 7 obviously being the biggest number, 0 being the smallest, 72110. And out of my whole life, I've just remembered those specific 5 numbers. And people have asked me, would you ever change your Twitch name? I've considered it, but I thought, why? Because people know me as Woody72110. I know my YouTube channel is just Woody, but if you go to my actual channel link, it's youtube.com/Woody72110, same as Twitch. Twitch.tv. So that's basically how I got my name, through Club Penguin, and RIP Club Penguin, because it's now shut down.
No.
Feels bad, man. The second question, what do the numbers at the end of your name represent? Well, I've just answered that question.
Yeah.
I didn't realise I had that question, but anyway. What's your favourite car in GTA 5? My favourite car would have to be the Zentorno. I'll post a picture up on the screen, obviously, of my car. It's like lime green and yellow. What would yours be? What do you reckon yours would be? I mean, you haven't played GTA in a long time.
I'd probably say the Zentorno.
You say Zentorno as well?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I'd say the Zentorno, but it's like, I used to love the Roosevelt. I used to love that. I used to want the car for so long, and then they finally brought it out again because I missed it at Valentine's Day.
Well, I don't remember it really. Due to I haven't played it for about a year, 2 years. So
Must be. You used to play it on streaming, didn't you? So
I forgot all the names of the cars.
When did you start streaming? I started streaming on January 17th, 2015. So I've just missed my 2-year anniversary, which I was in Italy. And I know it sounds bad, but I completely forgot about it. The fact that it was 2 years. And I know I had the break for ages. But I've come back. I'm trying to stream as much as I can. Like I said, this will be posted on a Tuesday. I'm actually recording this on a Sunday, which I promised you guys it'd be out, but I'm sorry, it's not going to be. I'm hungover. I was out all day yesterday, and I just can't be honest. And I want to stream, as well. So yeah, explains why I kind of look a bit like with our eyes and shit. But there you go. What made me get into streaming? Well, just sort of the enjoyment of seeing other people do it. Just sort of, I really liked the idea of like, oh my god, he's playing games, and like people watch him play games. Like, to be honest, I've always wanted to be famous. Like, I know it sounds a shitty reason, but I've always wanted to be famous. I've always wanted to be popular. I was kind of popular in primary school. Well, I was more popular in primary school than I was in secondary school. And in college, I just kind of keep myself to myself, because it's college, really, innit? But out of my class, everyone kind of, you know, mingles together in the class. But I just wanted to be famous, and I thought, right, okay, because my mate Lewis, who joins us on stream sometimes, not Lewis who I play CS with, the other Lewis, Pixie Flaps, who you know in chat, he introduced me to Syndicate streaming, which is also comes in another question later, which I won't explain now, I'll explain then. So I saw him streaming and just wanted to do it, basically. How much is a CS inventory worth? I actually get this question a lot more than you'd think. I want to be modest. I don't want to, like, say boast, because I hate people that boast about shit that they've got. Shania knows that. I absolutely hate it. I hate people to think they're better than everyone else, and people that boast about what they do. It's why you'll never hear me talk about my skiing. Yes, I'm good. If people ask, I'll answer it, but I'll never say, oh, I'm fucking sick at skiing. You know, I fucking Benny Hill come at me and Eddie the Eagle. I'm better than all them. Fuck that. So basically, I've had it. There's apps that you can use. There's like a Steam invent thing. It's been averaged around 350 to 390 because obviously prices fluctuate. But I actually get asked that question a lot, and I thought this would be the time to kind of, you know, sort of bring it up. And most of it's thanks to her because of my knife and shit. She spoils me. She really does.
What's your favourite all-time game?
Favourite all-time game would probably be Simpsons Hit and Run on the PlayStation 2. I'd always loved the idea of GTA, and then when I discovered that the Simpsons GTA was a thing, I was like, what the fuck? So I got it, and I fell in love with that game. I played it day in, day out until I completed it. I don't actually think I've completed it even now, because if anyone's ever played it, the last world, as you know, is incredibly fucking hard, and a lot of them were like timed things, and I could never get to the place quick enough. Like, it was so difficult for me that I could never do it. Like, I'd even get my mates round and we'd all try and do it together, and none of us could do it. We all had it on our own PlayStation, so we'd go to each other's houses to help each other do the levels. But the last world, none of us could ever do it till one of my mates actually did it, and he got us, I think, to like the very, very, very last mission, because obviously you have skips, but you can't skip the very last mission. You have to complete it, and he actually did it, but he did it with like a split second to go. So he couldn't actually do it for us, but, you know, I think it's bullshit. But, you know, there you go, because I never actually saw it for myself.
Why is your CSGO sends so high?
Well, basically because I have a small mouse mat. That's my mouse mat and equivalent to my head. It's very small, and like my mouse
Is really big.
is fucking huge. So I basically have to play on a high sensitivity to be able to like turn around and shit. And and CS:GO was my first ever FPS that I played on PC, like first person shooter. So I basically just played with the default sense, which is 2.5, and I have 1000 DPI, which if you're a gamer, you know what that is. But that's basically the reason. There's no other sort of explanation for it. It's just it was the default sense at the time, and that's what I got used to. I never had to adjust it.
Who would you like to get sponsored by?
I think the person who I'd love to get sponsored by is probably Razer. I think because as you guys know, I have a lot of their stuff. I do have their mouse mat, but it's kind of faulty in a way, and we're still trying to get in touch with Razer to get it exchanged. If not, then we might just have to buy a new one and sell it. But I just had to make sure the fucking webcam is recording then. But yeah, I do have the keyboard, which is why you hear all that. I just fucking and obviously, you know, the Razer mouse. I do love Razer products, and I think the other one would probably be Monster, maybe. You know, or Red Bull, or one of them two.
Oh,
but the chances of that happening.
Mine would be Red Bull or Lucasade, because you know I'm like a Red Bull. We've got a can.
Yeah, even Lucasade do sponsorship, so.
The can's gone.
Rip the Red Bull.
Oh, I had Red Bull left. It's gone. PC or console?
Well, I think with me, it'd have to be PC.
Yeah.
Because I've made the transition from console to PC. I never actually had an Xbox, right, boys and girls. I never actually had an Xbox until Christmas of 2014. No. 2013, when GTA came out. That is when I got my Xbox. I went around my mate Jack's house, so I don't really speak to him anymore. But I went around his house. We was waiting for him to get ready for a party. And he had GTA, and he said, oh, go on, you have a go. And as soon as I played, obviously I played GTA like Vice City, Liberty City. I never played GTA 4 and I never played San Andreas, but I am planning to play them. I have them on my Steam, but San Andreas don't work on my PC, and I might buy GTA 4. But I thought, oh my god, this is brilliant. Then I heard that, like, I was into Minecraft then, and I got into Minecraft. I was never a big Call of Duty fan, but basically Advanced Warfare came out and I got that. I just loved console, and then I started streaming Xbox. I got myself an Xbox One, started streaming Xbox One, blah 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 blah, and then I made the transition over to PC. I thought, oh my god, like if you have the money, definitely get yourself one, because the graphics are better, the gameplay is better, it feels so much more fluid. And then when you go from PC back to console, it really kind of fucks with your head, because when I stream PC, console, Xbox on stream, it looks so smooth, but it's not. It is not smooth at all. It's so, I can't explain it. It looks like so low frames, which it is, but that's why, basically.
What's your favourite genre of music?
I basically listen to anything. I used to like kind of R&B, pop music sort of stuff, but now I've kind of come to the age where I don't really care what I listen to. As long as it sounds good and has a good beat to it, I'll listen to it. What about yours?
Well, you know mine. Mine's country, hands down.
Yeah, well, your mum's a country.
Yeah, I've been brought up around country, so that's my music. But I do like, obviously, the nowadays music and stuff like that, but it would be country, hands down.
I think the reason why I can listen to anything is because I was raised in a pub.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm not raised in I've never lived in a pub, but my dad used to be a drinker when I was young, and of course he used to invite my mum down, and therefore asked me to come down. So I've basically grown up in pub. I've grown up in pub atmosphere, pub music. So it used to be all like 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s type of music. So I know most of the music from the olden days. So I don't know if you know, like obviously Elvis Presley, Roy Orbison, Elton John, the Beatles, all that sort of stuff. I know most of the words to every single song, and so do most people our age. But like if you're, say, 13, 14, you might not necessarily know that music, because there's a lot more rap, pop, all this sort of shit out nowadays. I don't mean shit as in it's bad, I mean, like, you know, sort of all this stuff.
But I think with that type of music as well, you can understand it. There's always
meaningful,
to it. With the music nowadays, they just bring it out just to become famous.
Because some of it's like all about drugs and fucking hookers. What? I mean, I listen to it, like I said, but like with the old songs, it's just like, I mean, the rap songs, don't get me wrong, they do have meanings. Like some of them do have meanings. Like they rap about their dads and the past lives they've had. But it just feels to me that like old music has a lot more meaning,
and you can understand it.
You can sort of relate to it.
Yeah. Why is there not always a vlog on Sunday?
Well, basically, this one's really simple. It's a really short answer. I don't always do anything during the week. I'm a boring fucker who sits at home making YouTube videos and streams all day long. So I don't really and this is going to sound really bad. I was going to say I don't get to see sunlight, but obviously I do. I do go outside. I'll go down to the shops. I'll go and meet my mates, and I'll go to college. But every time I go to my mates, I don't have a problem vlogging around them. One, I forget, and two, we don't do anything interesting. We either go out drinking, or we'll go to the cinema. And I can't really vlog that. I mean, I could vlog us going out drinking, but one, I'll be scared I'll drop my phone or lose it, or I'll say something on camera, and I know I could just edit the following day, but it's just a ball out, and I just choose not to. Like, if we do anything special, I'll vlog. So if we went to like Thorpe Park for the day, or
that's coming up,
which we might do, so watch out for that. And anything like that, then I will. But if it's just a normal day out with my mates, then I won't really bother, because we're not doing anything interesting, and I can't find like makeup ideas to sort of do at home with Shania or my mum and dad every week to give you guys a vlog. So I upload a video sometimes. I do try. Like I said, I'm recording this on a Sunday, so there wasn't actually a video last Sunday, which you'll be seeing this on Tuesday, so I apologise, but shit happens. I'm hungover, so is she.
Just a bit.
I'm literally just recording this, and then I'm just going to stream all day because I can't be asked, but there you go.
What was your inspiration to start Twitch and YouTube?
Well, like I kind of said before, I just realised there's actually 3 questions on here that basically ask the same thing.
Yeah.
What was my inspiration? Well, like I said, I just wanted to be famous, kind of thing. I loved playing games, and that was kind of the easiest way to do it. That's
basically
the basic answer, really. I mean, I tried YouTube, it failed. I tried YouTube again, it failed. I tried YouTube a 3rd time, it failed. I was like, alright, fuck it. I went on Twitch, got really popular on Twitch, tried YouTube and Twitch, it didn't work, so I was like, okay. Carried on with Twitch, then took a break from Twitch, then went to YouTube, and by that time, I'd already had a following with like 300 subs, so I was like, okay, I actually have a starting point this time because of Twitch. So I started making YouTube videos, got consistent with it. I'm not putting them out daily because every time I've done it before, I've tried to do it daily, and the stress is just built up and up and up and up and up and making me start to hate it. I don't want to hate it. And now I've got back into streaming, so I'm trying to do streaming as much as I can. But you know, I mean, some days I just won't be able to. Like, if I stream console, then like if I do GTA, then chances are we'll do like a race playlist and shit like that, and there just won't be enough time to be able to do such a thing. So that explains why it's not always streams either.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love